AOA podcast back for another episode. Hello, everybody. We are discussing Matthew Perry on this show. Got some surprising details on some early autopsy results. Robert De Niro is in court battling his former personal assistant. Some interesting tidbits there. We've got a Real Housewives racial slur. 1,000 Americans trapped in Gaza. Britney's book is moving. Starbucks holiday drinks are on the way. And so is the Rockefeller Christmas tree. My friends, all that and more is a podcast. You can't see her, but you can hear her. I love her. She created two human beings out of nothing. Cuddles is here with us. What's up, Cuddles?
What's up? I'm here.
Cuddles wasn't going to be on this episode, but then when all of the holiday items made the agenda,
You bet I got on here.
couldn't do it without her, you know?
Yeah, I'm doing two things at once. PTA stuff and this.
PTA and podcasting. That is
That's
a
right.
modern day wife right there.
That's right.
Matthew Perry, surprising results coming back on his autopsy. Well, this is like an early autopsy. These are the initial results, first findings of the autopsy, which discovered no fentanyl or meth in his system whatsoever. I would have lost money on this. In fact, I think I did. I think I owe some people some cash on this.
Probably.
Now, it doesn't mean that they're not going to find something or some other sort of substance in him. Again, they pulled some prescription medications off of his property, which is standard protocol when they find somebody dead. But I got to tell you, I'm a little shocked and surprised that there was nothing found in some of these initial test results. Now, Cuddles shared with me first the other day. Yesterday, the story came out that he wasn't in the water for that long when they found him.
He wasn't waterlogged.
He wasn't waterlogged at all. So he wasn't in the water for that long. They've confirmed that the assistant, remember we talked about this last episode, they said a bystander called 911, even though we knew the assistant went out for a little errand. Now the LAPD is saying the assistant was the one who found him in the pool and called 911. So I don't know why that was kept a secret.
Yeah.
So the assistant goes out, runs an errand, comes back, Matthew Perry dead in the water. Couldn't have been there for too long. It doesn't make any sense. Either this guy had a stroke or
Had like a blame what's it called? Like an aneurysm?
Like an aneurysm, yes. I think he had a stroke or an aneurysm because nothing really explains this.
Heart attack?
Otherwise, possibly a heart attack, like we said, he had some intestinal blockages in the past. So, intestines, heart. I mean, who knows if there's something. By the way, do you know Lisa Marie Presley? Because I forgot about this, but we talked about this. Lisa Marie Presley died from a blockage.
Yeah, you could die from them. They're really, really bad. That's because she had weight loss surgery. Well, okay. Not everyone who has weight loss surgery has it, but you can. And that's what happened. Yeah.
So I always thought it was weird how my family asked if I'm regular, but now it seems like they do have a reason, although it's
They really care.
They really care, although it's still bizarre the amount of times they ask.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Renee is predicting heart attack. I think it's going to be something.
Think so too.
Yeah, I think it's going to be something simple like that. Again, too, and listen, when you do a lot of drugs for many years, even though you sober up and clean up, it doesn't just immediately reverse.
No, it does damage to your body. It does damage to your heart.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe because I mean, again, I'm no expert here, but they do say like don't stay in a hot tub for more than 15 minutes. Who knows if all the drugs and the wear and tear on his body, then he's in there for 20, 25 minutes. Who knows if
he was playing pickleball that morning. Maybe he just overdid it.
The evil pickleball, as we've come to know and learn. Yeah, that's very true. He was on a date with a mystery woman who turned out to be a entertainment reporter just the day before. And she came forward and said that he was in great spirits.
I know.
I mean, she's a looker too. So it's clear. This doesn't seem like somebody on his way, on his way to commit suicide.
No.
You're still pulling in hot chicks and stuff.
Yeah, who's getting his, like, life insurance and stuff? Let's just check those people. Who's getting his who's getting everything for him? Because he's worth millions. So who's getting his money?
It's true. The only person I can suspect right now is the assistant. He's number one on my list, or she. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't have kids.
He never had kids?
No, he never had kids.
Oh,
I don't think he was ever married, never had kids. There was a story that he was courting Julia Roberts at one point. And it was so long ago, early 90s, that do you know how they were communicating or flirting back and forth?
Oh, God. How?
Through fax machine.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Are you seriously?
They were faxing each other's brains out, apparently.
Oh, God.
Could you imagine?
Oh,
We started, our dating career started shortly after the fax was the primary way of communication.
Yeah, we
But
did.
I can't imagine what that's
MySpace
like.
a little bit.
It was the MySpace time, but there was text messages then, right? Were we texting?
Yes, there were texting. Yeah, we're not that old, Anthony.
Well, easy though. We were probably paying per text back then.
Yeah, we would only text after 9:00, but still.
I don't remember. We never fax flirted, but I do remember a time where we used to fax like lunch orders in. Like in my early CBS FM days, we used to fax over lunch orders to delis and stuff.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh God, we're kind of old. But yes, I remember that. Now I don't even think we have fax machines. Now fax machines, if you put it in the machine, it goes to the person's email.
Yeah, I know. You can't even really send a fax anymore.
No.
It just kind of automatically defaults to email. It's just so strange. We learned that when we were trying to fax my parents recently. They're like, "Can't you just fax it?" Yeah, I'm like, "How about I just email it and you print it?" It's the same thing,
Oh, dealing with your parents is fun.
I know. Matthew Perry, though, so no kids. I don't know where all his money goes to. You know what? The one thing I read that was, I can't tell if it's sad or good. I kind of feel both ways about it. He had I think it's good. He had mansions, and he sold them all for like modest, smaller homes. Now, that's not to say like the home that he died in, for instance, had a ridiculously beautiful view. They weren't cheap homes by any imagination, but they were, what do they call them? Like capes?
Yeah.
So they were like, one floor, one story, so again, beautiful neighborhood and everything like that. Still gorgeous, still probably in the millions. But he traded his like 47 room mansions for just like these small, really super modest homes. I think that's a good thing, actually.
Well, what the fuck does he need all that room for? He's one goddamn person.
I know, but that's what rich people do. They have like a lot of rooms. They have people come over and visit and shit like that. But that's the problem too, especially when you're a drug addict. Other drug addicts come over and stay in your house, and then you just keep the drug thing going.
And then you got squatters. And listen, no one wants people to come over. Like, no one wants people coming over. We don't have company anymore, okay? There's no such thing as company anymore.
Don't eat the crumb cake. It's for company.
Yeah.
In case company
that
comes
was like
over.
the best freaking bit.
What was it? What was the cake though? It wasn't crumb cake, was it?
Sara Lee. No, an Entenmann's. It was an Entenmann's, and then the Sara Lee cake over there was for you and the family. Remember some Sanka?
Some Sanka.
Sebastian Maniscalco makes me laugh. He really does.
He's very funny.
He is.
Speaking of which, Sebastian Maniscalco's co-star in his only movie, Robert De Niro, up on the stand because his former assistant, they're suing each other, actually. Robert De Niro's ex-assistant and him are involved in a court battle. It started on Monday. It went Tuesday. It went today. It's a couple of creepy things in here now. So she was this young lady, Graham Chase Robinson was his assistant for like 11 years. And she's basically suing him for sexual harassment, discrimination, and a bunch of stuff. He's countersuing her because he says she stole a bunch of stuff from him, primarily his air miles. I don't think this is a great look for Robert De Niro to be in there like, oh, she stole my air miles. Like, you're Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
I mean, you're Robert De Niro. That being said, though, he doesn't have a lot of money because his wife just left him.
And took it all?
What?
And took it all on him?
Yeah, it took a lot of his money. And they say that she was like bleeding him dry or maybe not she was bleeding him dry, but he was being loose with his finances towards the end of their marriage, which is why they say he's working so much, is to keep his like lifestyle afloat. But he did a couple of, there's two parts of the story. One is some people who worked with this assistant, Graham Chase Robinson, they were complaining that like she was like driving people crazy. She was rude and mean. She would take responsibility for other people's successes. They say that, again, she had people working for her. And this one person had flown back home to Chicago. And this Graham Chase Robinson forced her to get back on a flight so that she could work on Black Friday. So forced her to fly back on Thanksgiving. She couldn't get a flight into New York, so the best she could do was go to Washington, D.C., and then take a $400 Uber up to New York just so she could go into work on Friday. And this woman like made her do it.
She sounds like a great person.
Yeah, I think I might have worked for her in my early CBS days.
Oh, great.
I worked for somebody exactly like this. But that's a little peculiar, right? On the other hand, she accused De Niro of like sexual harassment and being inappropriate and all this kind of stuff. And she basically said that he forced her to scratch his back.
Oh, God.
Which is a little creepy. And he actually like he exploded in court and admitted to doing it because I guess he was being, questioned about it on the stand. And he finally got to a point where he was so frustrated where he was like, okay, yeah, maybe I did. Fine. I she scratched my back. He was kind of insisting or saying that he was trying to scratch his back and she offered, but then he just kind of unraveled and was like, fine, yes. And he like had like a little like meltdown, but admitted to doing it, he admitted to having her scratch his back twice. Which again, and call me crazy here, but I feel like the back scratch is actually one of the more intimate things that you could do with another human being.
Seriously?
I feel like it is because I feel like, any sort of, kissing or sexual activity is a lot more prominent, right? Like when you're younger, you go out, you're trying to, hook up with people and there's, that people hook up, people do people. That always happens. You don't really ask people for back scratches. That's kind of like when you're married and,
No, that's like a back rub. You don't ask for a back rub. But this is like I got an itch. Can you just get it? I'm dying. Please, can you get it? I mean, it's not great. And she should have said like, but like he's an old man. That's like, can you scratch my back? I have a really bad scratch. I can't get it. If it's on top of the clothes, like, is it so horrible? He's an old man.
No, come on. You can't.
I did it for my father.
On top of the clothes doesn't count. I mean, that's like wearing a condom. It's pointless. What's the point?
What?
You got to get in there bareback. It's called bareback for a reason.
I don't even like scratching your back on top.
But you do it
because I have no choice.
I scratch your back.
If I don't.
When you get a good itch.
I have really smooth skin.
And okay, listen, it's not always it's not a sexual thing. Like you said, you scratched your father's back. That's a caring and loving and intimate thing. Like, a parent, a significant other, a sibling, maybe even, if that's just, I feel like a real intimate thing. You don't just go to your assistant and go, "Oh, could you scratch my back?" Get a ruler. You know what I'm saying? Like scratch. You don't have you can't get a back scratcher.
You use the fucking corner of a wall.
I'll use anything to get a good back scratch going. We have what would you call that? Not an armoire. I guess so. Like a chest of drawers, and the edge is so sharp. Oh, I love like a bear in the woods, baby. I get up on that thing and just rock back and forth, and my whole world is right after that.
Love it.
Oh, baby,
You're like a bear in the fucking winter.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Getting ready for winter.
Oh, baby. That's an intimate thing to be like, hey, come scratch my back. I'm on her side. That's fucked up.
Okay. I get it.
Like if I worked for somebody and they were like, "Oh, could you scratch my back?" I'd be like, "Fuck no, I'm not scratching your back, you crazy bastard. I don't give a shit how great of an actor you are. I'm not fucking scratching anybody's back. Your back, maybe our kids, maybe my parents. That is it. That's the list.
I get it.
That list does not extend to anybody else. If fucking Dave Matthews rolled up on me, it's like, "Oh, could you just get my back?" I'd be like, "No, you're gonna ruin years of admiration from me. I'm not fucking scratching your back."
Even if he asked you just to do it on top of the clothes, for Dave Matthews, you love him.
That's a really weird, when you're just like behind another human being scratching, and I don't know, that's a vulnerable position. I don't know.
Okay. No scratching people's backs for you.
Again, back in my younger days, you go out, you try and hook up with somebody, you do almost about anything when you're trying to, get lucky. But if some woman in a bar was like, "You want to come back to my place and scratch my back?" I'd be like, "No, I don't."
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm saving myself for marriage for that.
Oh, really?
This is the truth, though. We're more apt to, you're supposed to save yourself for marriage for sex, but nobody really does. And this, I feel like, is the one thing that you actually do kind of save for your significant other,
I wouldn't. I'd ask, please, I'd be like, "Excuse me, scratch my back before I fucking kill someone."
Robin, now my back itches. What kind of voodoo show is this? It could get in there. My back is actually feeling a little itchy now that we talk about it.
I'm not scratching your back, so.
I'd love a good back scratch. There's nothing better. Actually, for a guy, men in the live chat and my replay crew, I want you to be honest. Is there anything better than your significant other like just running their hands through the back of your head? Just like in a kind of scratch / massagey kind of, just like, I don't think that there's anything better than that little back head rub scratchy. I don't know if I was a dog in my previous life. I mean, all signs of my arms would say that I was a wolf of some sort, but a fucking just behind the neck scratchy scratch. Oh my God, there's nothing better than that. There's nothing better.
Is there really nothing better?
Look, here's this hoe.
I mean, a blowjob's pretty good too, but really that back of the neck scratch is pretty damn.
Time? What about at the same time?
I don't know if cuddles could do that, but let me think about that.
No, I'm not doing that.
Cuddles.
It's one of the other. It's one of the other.
I'm trying to think of which one I would want first and which one I would want second. I'm just not sure.
Wait, what did you say you liked?
A scratch on the back of the head
from someone else or you?
Down on the neck. No, like from my wife. Like if I'm driving and she reaches over and just starts scratching and massaging like the back of my head, it's incredibly relaxing.
Okay, so I think this is true, but guess what? If I touch the roommate on his head, he gets like, "Don't touch me." I'm like, "Yeah, but if I was like a little south, you wouldn't have any problem with that."
Where are you touching?
On the back of his head.
Oh, he doesn't like that.
No.
Oh, here's where him and I disagree.
Yep. Please. I know what you mean. Like if he's driving, I want to touch the back of his head, and then maybe, never mind.
Oh God, this one.
Rub the back of his head, and then start touching his
You go
chest.
down south. Oh,
Right.
God.
Start touching his chest. Maybe spit on my hand. No, just kidding.
Now, is this on a long road trip, or is this on a trip to the grocery store?
This is on our way to Starbucks.
It's on the line after you've ordered, before you've picked it up from the window, right?
Yes. No, he does not like anyone touching his head. Don't know why.
That's interesting. That's pretty interesting. See, I'm with Robin on here. I'd pay a hooker for a back rub. I would pay a hooker for a back rub before I pay a hooker for sex.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
right.
with sex, feels very, but a back rub, that's nice. That's really nice.
It's still called cheating, so don't get any fucking ideas. Okay?
Right.
Is it because if she's not a hooker, that's technically just a
Right.
I told Cuddles, do you want to hear my fantasy?
Let's hear it.
All right, this is my fantasy. I told Cuddles the other day. I go, what I want to do is check into a hotel and just be away from the kids for 48 hours. Like, check in at 10.
This sounds eerily familiar.
Stop it. No, with Cuddles.
Okay.
Check in. Spend the whole day in bed. Just be on TikTok, reading books, ordering lunch, get a spa massage, sit in the jacuzzi for a little bit, go to sleep late the next morning without any disturbance of any kind.
I am a big fan of getting away with your spouse, obviously, by yourselves. So the next time your parents are in, why don't you do that?
Yeah, I got to do that. I think we got to. That's what I was pulling for. The problem becomes do you not worry? Like, you have satanic children.
Thank you.
Our children, although not, would you consider a hurricane and a tornado satanic? I guess you could. I feel like our children are natural disasters. And I would just be worried the whole entire time that they've burned the house down while my parents fell asleep.
No.
100%. 100%.
Right? Don't you have that vision, Cuddles, of my parents on the couch sleeping as the house burns down around them? And then it's too late by the time.
100%.
No way.
And our kids, I don't know why, they've had how many, the fire department comes to their school every fucking year, and still they come home and I'm like, what number do you call if there's a problem? 911. Okay, so we're gonna fucking die because our kids can't comprehend 911. Yeah, and it's very hard because it's not that I don't trust my in-laws. I just don't know if my father-in-law doesn't have the patience, and
it's because we don't trust them. It's because we barely get by raising them. We barely survive on a daily basis. Why would anybody else do any better?
They're a lot for an extended period of time. I don't think they can. No, and my kids are very fucking picky about every goddamn thing.
All right, I like Robin here. Homeless people should have to give free back rubs. See, now we're fixing societal problems.
See?
Now we've got the homeless people working for a living, and we're getting a lot of back rubs in there. That's the kind of leadership we need in the White House. I think we need Robin to run for president. Because the other two guys we have running right now aren't coming up with great ideas like that,
No, they're getting back rubs and falling asleep. That's what they're getting.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that a lot. So anyway, De Niro admitted to getting back rubs twice. Okay, here's the other weird thing about De Niro. They asked him that if he called his personal assistant while she was attending her grandmother's funeral because he wanted her to buy his grandson a bus ticket. And his response was, so? He didn't
Yeah.
see anything wrong with that.
Yeah, no.
He should
Like-
remember he's somebody's grandfather, that old fuck.
I felt that was like he literally in court goes, so? Like, okay, that's a little like, you know. Like also
Huh.
you're Robert De Niro. You should have your assistant should have an assistant.
Right.
You know, so that if your assistant's grandmother dies, you have somebody else there to buy a bus ticket if you so need it.
Oh, his grandson couldn't buy the fucking ticket himself? He probably knows how to use technology.
He was also got mad at her because she didn't wake him up for something, which I get. I guess that's what you pay these people for. So, but you don't have to scream at somebody for that. My favorite thing of all though was that which I don't think there's anything wrong with this. This is just pretty gangster. He made her Uber a martini from Nobu.
Oh, okay.
It was at 11 o'clock at night, but he wanted a martini from Nobu and he made her Uber it over. I think that's actually pretty fun.
Well, what did she think her job was?
I don't know.
Like I get it. You're assisting him. I mean, was she getting paid? If she didn't get paid, to like,
do you want to know how much
you know?
How much? Yeah, how much do you think she was getting paid? Because we know now.
$270.
That fucking he's an old Ginzo. She's probably making like 80,000 a year. Okay, he's trying to nickel and dime her. Whatever minimum wage was, he gave like $1 more than that. So she wasn't making a lot. Definitely.
Yeah.
How much? Let me say.
I'm on Cuddle's side, but Janine is actually closer. $300,000 a year.
No shit.
Yeah. That's how much.
Does he want me to scratch his back?
Listen, not for nothing, I could definitely do this job. Oh my God. Imagine I was his assistant. Oh my. The stories I would have. Well, obviously I would have to sign an
NDA.
non-disclosure. Yeah. But that means that doesn't mean that I couldn't use his alias, which is Pobert J. San Gennaro. I don't know. I'm trying to rhyme the name with something. I don't know. But yeah.
Don't you think only everybody kind of knows though that the personal assistants are going to, even if it's quietly to their friends or close friends or family, they're going to tell all the stories.
Like, do you think my ex-boss knows that I tell stories of him?
Not on a podcast with a lot of subscribers. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Although I will say I do know somebody who is a personal assistant to a big star. Not a big star now, but was a massive star. And I have tried over the years to get stories out of him, and he never says anything.
No, the star's huge. Fashion line is huge. Still huge, babe.
What?
That star is still huge.
What star?
The star that you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
No, I don't think you know who I'm talking about. Do you?
Yes, the assistant. I know who you're talking about.
Is it to a girl or a boy?
A man. The one that I went to college with? Do you know about that?
Me? I know. Wait, I do know someone who was friend of a friend, personal assistant to someone who has a daily talk show.
Is that right?
Yeah. Do you know who it is?
No.
No.
So then it must be someone that you don't know that I thought you knew.
Maybe I do know. I don't know. I don't know who Cuddles thinks I'm talking about. Do I? Maybe I know more than one, but I'm thinking of one.
Group chat.
Good.
All right, put it in the Cuddles. Text me who you're talking about.
No, I want to know too. Hold on a minute.
You know, I'll probably just put this in the members area. Why keep it from everybody?
Yeah, really.
I'm going to put it in the. You know what? I'm going to put it in the members area. People aren't going to be impressed with mine. Shut up, Janine. I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all whatsoever.
Swear to God.
Do not believe you.
Okay.
Where were you the last? No, I can't say it. We could really use some information on that fairly recently. Oh, I forgot. Cuddles is right. I do. So I know two people then. I forgot about that one. I was thinking about. Yeah, I was thinking about the other one. Actually, the one that Cuddles just said is it's still massive.
Told you.
I think billionaire status. I believe. I forgot all about that one.
Hold on.
Anyway, the one that I was thinking of, he would never tell me anything over the years. I would ask him, and I actually interviewed his boss back in my radio days. So actually, if you go back into the interviews,
oh my God, come on,
you could find. Oh, you just saw the one from Cuddles.
Really, you know that person?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
He's very nice.
No, it's not him. It's his wife.
Everyone's like, "Can you text me?" Okay.
I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it in the members area when the show is over because that's what our members pay for, exclusive content. That's what they're going to get.
If you get paid $300,000 and someone calls you during your grandmother's funeral, I don't know if that's really such a bad thing.
Yeah, I'm picking up the phone and I'm looking I'm looking my grandmother right in her face and be like, "You never gave me $300,000. Excuse me for a moment."
And also, I hate to say that you have to kind of expect that behavior, but you do have to expect that kind of behavior. And I think I would just eat it up. That's it. Because you know what? I'm working for a celebrity.
I think you're right, though. I think when you are a personal assistant, you can expect, like, okay, a traditional boss at work, you're not with them after hours. You're not with them while they're changing from one thing to the next. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're probably going to see them in their underwear and you're probably going to have to get cocktails at weird hours and shit, like, right? You get, but do you think it's worth you being like cursed at and screamed at? I feel like it's easy for somebody to cross that line when you're spending so much time with somebody.
Well, yes, but do you scream and curse at Cuddles?
Never.
No.
Fucking kill him.
No, I know.
So,
I know better than to do that.
That's the whole thing. But because they're paying you, they think that they can do that. So when I was working with that other guy, I was not hired as a personal assistant. I was hired as an executive assistant. But I knew from my experience that sometimes I would have to do some personal stuff, but it became very personal stuff, which was fine. But I also got yelled and screamed at and did not make enough to do that. Oops. Sorry. Now he's listening. But I mean, he was over the top. He was over the top.
Yeah, your guy was crazy. I think you're going to, like I said, I think you're gonna cross some lines that you wouldn't normally cross with a boss, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to take any shit. Like, I don't think you should be screamed at, but I think you're going to witness some screaming. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna have freakouts and meltdowns, and you're gonna have to be there and guide him through it, I guess. Whereas if you're in a 9 to 5 and your boss has a freak out or a meltdown, you could just walk out of the room. Who gives a shit? You know? I don't want to say this the wrong way because I see the comments coming in. I don't think anybody should have to take any shit they don't want to, but I think that bends a little bit with a personal assistant relationship.
I mean, you are right. You are, but but there's a fine line, I think. Only because I've been one, so
Yeah.
I know.
It's got to be. I mean, I see what you're saying too. Like, if you're a personal assistant for like a celebrity, that's kind of fun. There's a lot of personal assistants for just rich assholes who are like in finance and shit like that. That cannot be fun.
No. Mm-mm.
That's got to be crazy and weird and strange.
Yeah.
All of your stuff makes me uncomfortable, J Sabs, because when you get into like wives and relationships and
Yeah,
that
that's
was
not good.
just that was some crazy shit.
the last thing I want to know is somebody's fooling around on somebody else. Now I got to fucking carry that with me and smile to the other person. Like, fuck that. I hate being put in positions like that. So that's Mr. De Niro. I do have a little bit of a lower opinion of him, although it does seem like this person that he's battling against isn't the greatest person either. But then again, can you be like, when your boss treats you like shit, how are you going to treat other people?
Well, yes, because where I used to work, he does have someone new, not doing what I did at all. But now this person thinks it's okay to start talking to others like he talks to her. And everybody has a big problem with it.
It's not good.
How could you not?
It's hard. It's hard to be super nice to everybody when you're getting ragged on all the time.
Yep.
That's a difficult position to be put in for sure. Speaking of difficult positions, the Real Housewives. We talked about this a couple of podcasts ago that Vanity Fair was putting together this huge expose that they were going to like blow it out of the water, the Real Housewives and Bravo and Andy Cohen. So they came out with their story and nobody gave a shit. Except for this one part where they found that Ramona Singer used a racial slur, which I don't even know if this is a racial slur as much as it's a just a really racist and naive thing to say. Well, they think she said the N-word, but they couldn't prove it.
Oh. Oops.
No, I just what you need.
What'd you do? What'd you do?
Are you talking about the people that we know?
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot you had to go through that. I did not, or nor did Cuddles.
Oh.
Anyway, where was I? Anyway, they couldn't.
Wait, hold on. Not just once. That happened to me 2 other times too.
People.
Yep. Well, I was the only one.
Can I tell you? Okay. Can I tell you something? Your fault. Nobody else's.
Why is that?
This is what happens when you're too nice to people and you follow up and you check in to see how they're doing. Okay. Try being like me. I'm nasty and I don't talk to anybody. I never run into those problems.
Right.
Give a shit.
Right.
Don't give a shit. Anyway, Ramona Singer. So they couldn't prove that she used the N-word, but they did confirm that she was talking to, I believe it was like a producer. And I guess they were talking about, I don't know, black people came up or some sort of a thing like that. And she says to the producer, she's referring to some study that she saw. And, I guess she passed a comment that, no black kids have a father. And so they have her quoted in this article saying, what if they don't have a father? Why can't I say that? She said, most of them don't. And she claims that she read a study that confirmed that most black children have single parents. That is a tough, that's a tough, that Ramona Singer too, crazy eyes. I bet you she is something else in bed because she has the craziest fucking eyes I have ever seen.
Wow.
Like even on the cover photo for this episode, like we got her in one of those like crazy eye moments that she has.
Well,
I don't like her.
I know you do. Don't.
I don't like most people, but that's just me.
Oh, I like what Robin said.
Bill Cosby had a personal drink stir?
Nope. Statistically, J. Sebs has to be friends with a serial killer.
Oh, most
Ooh.
definitely.
That's a good point.
Ooh.
That's a good point. Let me think about that for a second. Yes.
Oh, hold on. Let me think. Oh, actually, I want to ask you some. Hold on a minute. I'm going to be all over the place. Question 1. Have you both seen the new Gotti documentary?
Yes.
On Netflix?
I'm going to ask you guys something in your group chat.
I'm embarrassed to say that I did watch it, even though I didn't really need to or want to. I was curious about it,
Well, I like that they showed my old hood there a lot.
but I didn't think it was that great. There was,
I fell asleep in the last one.
yeah, it was kind of boring. I think I do know that person you're asking about.
Yeah. The father was in the show, but the kid I know.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. For those who don't know, we all came from the area where John Gotti lived.
My grandfather may or may not have played in his club cards with him. I'm just saying. I don't know.
We all have our stories. I'm saving mine for the book. I've decided I'm not telling
Tony,
anyone.
you know what?
Stop it.
You know what? I should save mine for the book too, because I just hand out all these secrets on this show like nothing.
Mhm.
Don't worry, there's a lot more.
Yeah, there's plenty more. I'm sure there is.
Yeah, there is.
Including the admittance of knowing a serial killer. Am I right, Robin?
Right.
The thing is does J-Sabs know that this person is a serial killer? Also, is J-Sabs a serial killer? There's just no way of knowing.
Ooh.
Cuddles, if you found out that J-Sabs was a serial killer, would you be surprised?
No.
Yeah. Correct. That's the answer we were looking for.
Not at all. After seeing her children, it has to come from somewhere.
Right.
Who do you think could cause more property damage, though? Her children or ours? I feel like ours.
Yeah, oh God, you should just see. Cecilia can't she can't paint on paper. She can't write on paper. She has to stick fucking stickers on our floors, writes on our, it is just, ugh. Someone, I can't,
Really?
I can't. Oh
Yeah,
my
Janine, does your kids put
God.
stickers on your hardwood floors?
Not anymore, because I threw all of that out.
Good for you.
Yep.
I had to throw out the rug because they were getting slime and all their bullshit, and it wasn't coming off. I can't stand.
Anyway, we could turn this into a whole parent slam, but let's not. 1,000 Americans trapped in the Gaza Strip right now. That is the latest in the Israel-Palestine conflict that involves America, at least. And I don't know how they're going to get them out. I mean, I know they're going to try and work them out. Our foreign guy there, Anthony Blinken, which does that annoy anybody else? This guy's name is Anthony. Like, you can't put a fucking H in your name.
Yeah, I get it.
Wait, his name is what?
Anthony.
Annoying. Go ahead.
Don't worry, everybody. There's 1,000 Americans trapped in the middle of a war, but Anthony is on it. Like, that doesn't make me feel better about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my friend who was there, right? She got out because, the person who she was with is Israeli, and they had to pay money to get out. I'm sure it's just as corrupt as here, but to leave, they had gotten tickets out to get to the airport, and they gave him a problem because the girl's last name didn't match her passport. It's her maiden name versus her married name. But the thing is, she had
Cuddles would be fucked too.
She has no problem. She had no problem going in there, but leaving. What they were doing was they were weeding through to see how much they could get paid from people. And since this girl's father knows people there, they still had to pay money to leave. But question, do you know Jerusalem? Do you know who it's controlled by over there?
No, who?
It's controlled
Jesus?
by No, it is controlled by the Palestinians, which I had no idea.
Oh yes, because they split up all the holy grounds and
Yes.
that's theirs. Yes.
But it's crazy because you would not and she said everybody has this misconception, and when you go into Jerusalem, you have to show your passport, which is crazy. It's because it's not another country, because you're already in Israel, but you have to show your passport again. So it's crazy. It's crazy. But where are they stuck there? That's what I want to know, because first of all, I don't know why anybody would want to go to Gaza. It is an open air, what do they call it? Open air prison. Like, that's how they live there. What's it called? There's another word for it. Oh, well, come to me.
I don't know. I've never wanted to go there, so I don't look into it.
No.
I'm okay.
I have no desire whatsoever to go to anywhere in the Middle East. Like even like Dubai, and you always see those
I want to go to Dubai.
Fancy buildings and the nice beaches and all that stuff. I have, look at me, zero desire to go there. There's nothing appealing about that. I can go to a desert here.
I'd like to go to Abu Dhabi or Dubai.
None of it interests me. Europe interests me from a historical standpoint.
I love Europe.
You know, there's other parts of the world that I'd like to go to for various reasons. The Middle East, to me, just like people are like, oh, it's crazy. It's like always party central. Like I can go to Vegas and get that. I don't need to go take an 18-hour fucking flight. Honestly, to God, the plane ride is more appealing. Being in one of them little fucking cabin things with all the beds and shit. Like, you know, the bed fucking your chair folds out to a bed. That's more appealing to me than like popping up in Dubai or whatever. You know, I don't find that interesting or appealing whatsoever.
Oh, I think it's cool.
Not me.
Excuse me.
Yeah, but like in those countries, it's not very safe for women traveling.
Right.
It's just not. So I don't, I mean, I want to go, but then I'm like, I don't know, because I'll get myself in trouble with my mouth.
Yeah, and I like far too many romantic comedies that they might take away some of my freedoms too while we're over there, so I can't have that. Okay. Clearly wasn't a great joke. So I don't know how we're gonna get those 1,000 people out, but fucking Anthony's on it, so I guess we'll wait and see. And that's what's gonna Janine, that's the God's honest truth of what it's gonna come down to. Like we talk all this shit about not negotiating with terrorists and money and all that. They're gonna just pay a bunch of money to some shady fucking. Of course.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
It is fucked up. But how do we get them out of there otherwise?
How do you get exactly? What's the other solution? There is none. It's some shady fucking deal where some weird person is going to go in there and be like, we'll give you $10 million to just let these fucking people go out the back door. And that's exactly how it's going to be done. And we'll never say it publicly, but how else do you think it happens? Like, that's exactly how it happens.
I want to know who is visiting there. Why are they there? Yeah, why do they decide to go to that spot?
To be honest with you, the only slightly appealing thing is Jerusalem.
Right.
Because of the history part of it. And even with that, I still would turn down a free trip over there.
Israel as a whole, believe it or not, it is a popular, vacation spot. And it is really, so my friend actually went to relax. I'm not kidding you. She's like, I'm just going to go there and relax. And then it fucking happened while she was there. And it's like, what? She showed me pictures. I could not believe. I I had such a different picture in my mind of what Israel was like. And the picture she showed me, it's beautiful. And I was like, there's no way.
You know what else is beautiful? Jamaica.
That's true. And
Barbados.
also, what's crazy is, again, I didn't realize how close it was, but Egypt and Israel are so close together that they were going to drive to Egypt one day before anything happened because they had no, but it just didn't work out timing wise. But it's like, I think it takes like 7 hours to get there, because they wanted to do like the pyramid stuff. But she's been there already. But she said it's like a cool drive, and I'm like, are you kidding? Imagine just driving to Egypt. How crazy is that?
Believe it or not, that's why they're stuck, because Hamas is blocking the road to Egypt.
Oh, really?
Yep, that's why they can't get out.
Well, I guess she almost got stuck in Egypt then.
Also, can I just say this without offending anybody? Your friend is really stupid. Who is this person?
Why is that?
Who goes to? I'm gonna go to Israel to relax.
Yeah, I'm telling you, in the chat, I wonder if anybody's been there before, because even like the pictures of like the resorts there. Go ahead. Even our friend who went. Even our friend who went, though, he did not complain about it. He said it was nice, right?
No, I mean, I'm sure it's a nice place outside of the impending doom threat constantly of these two people fighting each other.
Do we not forget the pictures we saw? Do we not forget the pictures of people sitting at regular dinner tables with AK like 47s or whatever they're called? Yeah. Do we not remember those things?
But that was forever. I remember I had a teacher, my religion teacher in grammar school. When I was in the 6th grade, she went. And she said the same exact thing. She was online for coffee, and she feels this poke, and she turns around, and it's somebody's AK-47. He had turned to talk to somebody and had it on his shoulder, didn't realize it was poking her.
Oh, you know what? I bet you she definitely came out at the same time. I feel a little poke coming through on you.
But there's to Renee's point, there's no, like, I feel like it's the religious people. If you want to go and relax and see beautiful sights, you can go anywhere and everywhere else to do those things.
Go to fucking Aruba. Go to Turks and Caicos. 3-hour flight.
Exactly. The only thing Turks and Caicos doesn't have on Jerusalem is Jesus walking around for a little bit. That's it. It's the only thing.
I would definitely go to Turks and Caicos.
I love Turks and Caicos.
The person who she went with also has a house there, like a really nice house. So, I don't know. I think the history is very interesting there too. I mean, if you believe in that sort of stuff,
Janine, if I gave you 20 grand and I said I'll pay for a week-long vacation, I'll give you 20 grand. Give me a list of 50 places you would like to go. Would fucking Israel even make that list?
No, but you know what? Egypt would.
Really?
Yeah, because I've always wanted to go to the pyramids over there.
Well, guess what? Now, because of your stupidity, I can't give you the 20 grand. I'm rescinding my offer.
No.
Listen, can I say something?
Please.
These 1,000 Americans. Now, are they all like they're scattered in Gaza? There's not like just like a place with just 1,000 of them together, is it? Or is it like how are we as how much money we spend on defense? We have the biggest fucking fleet. What is it? Gerald R. Ford that's in the Mediterranean right now that could literally just destroy a whole country. And not like it would be like nothing to like the ship. How the fuck can we not get people out of a country? And how are these terrorists thinking that they're gonna get away with it if they do that to us? Well, I'm sorry. This shit don't fucking fly. This shit don't fly. No.
But you
send in our badasses. You send in our badasses to fucking snipe these motherfuckers. Okay.
Well, they have hostages too. Like Hamas has American hostages. That's the real problem. So the SEALs are over there figuring that stuff out. but there have been Americans there, and they have been getting them out through flights and things of that nature. But the last commercial flight just left. And
really?
Yeah, and they estimate there's about 400 Americans left behind, plus family, spouses, and family members. So that's why they say it's around 1,000 Americans in total
In Gaza.
left in Gaza. Yeah. So I don't think they're like within a 3-block radius of each other, but I think they're relatively close by because they were all making their way to make their way out. And an easy way out, if you're not getting a flight, is this road into Egypt. And that's what Hamas is blocking right now. So
why can't we take out Hamas on that road? Why do we have this technology and this fucking military that's twice as big as all the rest of the militaries of the world put together?
It's not an inability to do that. It's get the people out. So as we've been getting the people out, now we're at the point where like, oh, okay, now that there's no more flights, or it's not safe to get a flight in and out of there, how many people are left? Okay, there's 1,000 left. Okay, how are we going to get them out? That's kind of what it is. It's not like they're on the road and Hamas is literally stopping them from going, because if they were face to face, I'm sure Hamas would take them hostage. It's more like through communications, we estimate there's 1,000 people there. How are we going to get them out? Because the only road is being blocked by. I'm sure.
Oh, motherfucker! Listen, this
I'm
is
sure
why we need more women in the military. Because we there's a problem, we fix it. This is why you got to leave it to us women. These men, we got to do it. No, let us handle this shit. You just let us plan. Because in 15 minutes, I'd have a plan written out for you, and you just take it out.
We're trying to get people out of Israel. We're not trying to find out if anybody's been cheated on. Okay, these are two different skill sets.
Yeah, but guess what? It would take the FBI and the CIA a couple of hours to figure that out. Give me 5 minutes on Facebook and everything, and I will have the whole background, okay?
Yeah, same here.
I'll have address. I will have it all. Okay. You have, they got nothing on married women, on women in general. I will find out everything. I'll find out what you have for fucking breakfast and what time you bought it.
I don't doubt it.
Damn.
Britney Spears, her memoir, The Woman in Me, has officially moved 1.1 million copies in its first week.
Good for her.
It's pretty good. It's actually damn good. The only book of recent time that's done better is Prince Harry's book. He did 1.6 million in the United States in its first week, but Britney's at 1.1 million. What's interesting though is Prince Harry went and slutted himself out everywhere. He was on podcasts and talk shows and Netflix and all this shit. Britney has done literally one interview, and that is it.
She don't need to.
She did her People magazine interview, and the rest of it has been through social media and her fans just buying up that book. 1.1 million copies in the first week. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You sound enthused, Janine.
I know, right? That was a yawn. I'm waiting to read it too.
Did you buy it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Surprisingly, right?
I don't know if I should get like a hard cover or if I should just do it digitally on my Kindle.
You want to read it, Cuddles?
I do want to read it. I do want to read it. I think it'll be good.
I don't love her. Like, I got all the info, the small penis info. I don't think I need to know anymore. But I understand that there are people that want to know more about the.
Yeah, me too. I do.
You do. So Cuddle. So you both are in that boat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fair enough. Starbucks holiday drinks. November 2nd, Starbucks rolls out its new holiday lineup, and they've got some new drinks and some old faves.
All right, let's hear it. I didn't even look at it yet.
I did.
Can I just
sorry.
Are you fucking coughing up a lung?
Still coughing.
Do you have a mute button? No.
She does.
Okay. She does. Okay, just checking. Go ahead, Aunt.
Can I start by saying I am still upset with Starbucks that they have taken the eggnog latte off of their featured list. You could still ask for eggnog in your holiday beverage, but it's not in their starting lineup, which is very upsetting to me.
Why?
Oh,
It is. Okay, here are the Starbucks holiday beverages. The newest drink is a iced gingerbread oat milk chai.
no.
What does chai taste like?
It's like spicy tea. No
Mm,
thanks.
Peppermint mocha is coming back.
Nope, I don't like mint in my drink. Go ahead.
me neither.
I'm with you on that. Mint and coffee is just weird, right?
No.
The peppermint mocha caramel brulee latte.
That one I do like.
That one's good. Chestnut praline latte.
I never had that one.
I actually like that one. It's pretty tasty. Iced sugar cookie almond latte.
I do like that one.
I don't think I've had that one.
And here's a new one. The Oleetto gingerbread oat milk latte.
What's Oleetto?
So there are only certain stores that serve the Starbucks Oleetto, and that is the coffee with olive oil in it.
Oh, yeah. That'll make someone definitely have to use their bathroom there.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Great. Now
Definitely.
where am I gonna go now? Great.
I could just see that commercial. If you're constipated, try the new Starbucks Oleetto gingerbread oat milk latte.
Right.
It'll be delightful.
SNL should do a skit. You'll be shitting in seconds.
They serve that drink to you on the toilet. They go in the bathroom, a little thing will open. This way you can sip it and just it comes right out.
Oh.
How about the holiday pastries? Cranberry Bliss comes back. The gingerbread loaf. Peppermint brownie cake pop.
I don't like peppermint.
Me either.
Again, I'm with you. The only way you could ruin a brownie is with peppermint.
Exactly. Don't fuck around with what's like perfect.
The snowman cookie and the sugar plum Danish.
They gotta step up their game.
I know. I feel like it's so. Ugh.
I honestly, now you know I was a big Starbucks fan. I have to say it's not the same. It's not the
hitting.
same. No, it's not.
It's not. But I tried Dunkin' Donuts and it was like dirty water.
You have to go. Not everyone is the same, unfortunate. Just like Starbucks. I do like their iced coffee, but there's certain stores I won't get it at because I know that it's just not good.
The Dunkin' Donuts by me sucks.
Mm.
It's horrible.
Well,
I never have donuts either.
Out of that list, out of all those new Starbucks drinks, what is your favorite? Like, what are you most intrigued to try? Let me know in the comments.
Oh, okay.
Comment below or on the side. Comment.
I don't like too much like sugary shit in my coffee, but I do want to try the cold, not the chai one, the iced oat one. What is it? Ginger cookie.
Excuse me.
Couldn't hear you over the cough.
Sorry.
The cookie one, the iced oat cookie, whatever.
The iced gingerbread oat milk chai.
No, I told you I don't want chai. The other iced one.
The Oleato gingerbread oat milk latte?
That one I will try.
Oh, no. Are you talking about the iced sugar cookie almond milk latte?
Yes, that one. I will try that with half the amount of whatever sugar they're adding to it. I do half. If it's like 3 pumps or something, I do 1.
I feel like that's my move that you've glommed from me.
What is it?
Half pumps. I go like this. I'll take this, half the pumps. That's an ant move. That's a classic ant move. I'll take a caramel latte, half the normal pumps. Whatever you put in there.
I order my go-to order is always a venti cold brew light ice. I never put anything in. So if I'm going to get a drink that they're making, I know it's going to be extremely sugary and it's going to make me sick. So I will always like err towards the less of it. So I'm not biting off you. I'm doing what I know is not going to make me throw up.
I like it.
I know. I don't bite them.
For people who are not, they also announced another drink for people who aren't into the oleato, into the olive oil in their coffee. They're going to be releasing this year a new laxative latte. So again, if you're just
laxative latte,
just
Like it.
get right to the just laxative and coffee, and let's move some bowels. Let's get it going. Let's get it flowing again.
Ew.
Miss Justice, I'm sticking to Tim Hortons Mocha Ice Cap. That sounds delightful.
I wonder what that is.
Can I admit something? Cuddles and I, we had a kid's birthday party a month or so ago, and we stopped for gas on our way to the party, and I go inside to pay, and they have a Tim Hortons randomly in this gas station in Long Island. And I have to tell you, now we had Tim Hortons in Canada. I think it was good from what I remember.
Yeah.
But I have been dreaming and fantasizing. A lot of men fantasize about other women. I have been dreaming and fantasizing about the donuts in this donut case. These Tim Horton donuts look insanely delicious.
They did.
Right? Like they were like big and puffy and like shine, like the glaze was shine. It looked like, when you look at a diamond ring, you're like, oh, that's pretty. But then when you go to 57th Street or you go to the Diamond District in the city and they have those special lights on it and you're like, holy shit, this is like sparkling. They have like Diamond District lights on these donuts. They were glistening. I mean, I have been and when I tell you it is it's like exit 56 on the Long Island Express, like nowhere where you should be consuming any sort of baked goods at a gas station. But I can't stop thinking about it.
I had Tim Hortons in Canada, and it was very good.
Yeah, it was.
I heard you had Tim Horton in Canada.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi-yo.
I'd like to try it again though.
Miss Justice says it's frozen iced coffee topped with whipped cream and drizzled chocolate.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
See, I like that because it's not mixed in. I don't like any like chocolate or like hazel, like I don't like any of that in my coffee, but if it's like drizzled a little bit on top, I'll handle that. That sounds good. Now I'm hungry. What kind of voodoo show is it?
Oh, come on, Cuddles. You're not supposed to read every one of Robin's things. Some of them are just for the viewers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It happens. It was a funny line.
Yeah, but I can't see his comments. So I only see them when you like post them.
Oceani would like to know whatever happened to Hey, Would You Blow Me? The serial killer that J Sabs knows got him. So,
that's right. I remember.
You know how that goes. No, Hey, Would You Blow Me's been around. He's been in the comments. Maybe not the lives, but he definitely commented on something relatively recently. What about I'll tell you what, the drinks sound fine to me. The disappointment for me is in the baked goods.
Yeah, I know. They don't have anything new.
Yeah. And it's too much cranberry, gingerbread, and peppermint. These are the least favorite things during the holiday season.
I fucking hate all of them. They
shouldn't be headlining your lineup. It should, it's like cookies and,
just not that.
Just not cranberry, of all the things you could be making a brownie out of. Cranberry. It's disgusting.
Gingerbread, okay, I understand that. Make a nice gingerbread cookie. You don't have to get all fancy with something that people are going to look at and go, oh, that sounds good, and then taste it, and then it tastes like shit.
Yeah, it's gingerbread loaf. That sounds disgusting. And like gingerbread, even a gingerbread cookie requires a lot of icing on top to make it delicious.
It does. I know.
With the gingerbread loaf,
no one fucking eats gingerbread, okay? No one. They make fucking houses at Christmas time, and that's it. No one is eating goddamn gingerbread, okay?
You're right. Gingerbread is one of those things that smells better than it actually tastes.
That's what she said.
Finally, the Rockefeller tree has been selected.
Yeah, buddy.
I love this story every year. We're going to do this story every year just because I love it so much. The tree lighting will be coming up on Wednesday, November 29th. It'll be hosted by Kelly Clarkson.
Shocker.
It is a Norway spruce, 80 feet tall, 43 feet in diameter, and it was donated by the McGinley family in Binghamton, New York.
Mm.
It's 190 miles northwest of New York City, and it's going to get its 50,000 LED bulbs that stretch 5 miles long, and it'll stay up, of course, until January 13th.
Wow, that's a long time. How come?
Yeah. Laziness.
Christmas.
Yeah, a little Christmas. Italians make the decision on when it comes down. Stuff like that. The person in charge of finding the tree was actually on their way to go get another tree when they came across this tree. And actually, it's in Vestal, New York, which is in the Binghamton region. And so that's how they found it.
Very cute.
Very excited.
Mm-hmm. Is that a New York thing only? Because I feel like on our news, like when they select a tree, they talk about it. Then it's a news story when they load it on the truck. And then when it like comes over the bridge, like that's a news story. Is that a New York thing, or do you think the rest of the country gives a shit about the Rockefeller tree?
Nobody cares, but ask the people that are listening. A lot of them are from other places and not just from New York.
NBC, November 29th, 8 o'clock, the lighting of the Rockefeller Christmas tree, again, hosted by Kelly Clarkson. I always like watching that because, you know, I don't know. They always say, even though all the performances are like lip synced and taped over like 6 different nights, it's still an exciting thing.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the holiday season. I wore my The Office Christmas shirt with I wore a plaid shirt over it and a vest because it was 49 degrees in New York today. But I'm ready for the Christmas season. Let's go. It's Christmas time. I know that Janine's wearing flip-flops still, but still.
No comment.
Janine, you would have loved living in my house the last 24 hours. It was freezing cold.
It was not freezing. It was in the 60s in our house, and he was crying.
Oh, God.
Dennis says it's a New York City thing. I think it might be. I don't know if the rest of the world cares enough.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But it's greatly exciting for us. We've defrosted Mariah. She posted her I'm defrosted video.
She's back. And so is Michael Bublé. He's definitely defrosted.
Bublé.
Him I hate. I know. I just can't take him.
I love him. What?
Who's
Why do you hate everything that's good?
Who's the acapella group that comes around this time of year?
The Pentatonics.
Pentatonics, they'll be on it. I think I don't know what. I think NBC owns a piece of Pentatonics or something because they fucking pump those guys out. They never miss a year, those guys.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
What about the group we went to see one year for our Christmas dinner?
Oh, dun, 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 dun. What do they call them? Mannheim Steamroller?
No, isn't it Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
Trans-Siberian. You're right. Yeah, Trans-Siberian. Remember that? We waited 2.5 hours for them to do the one song. That was brutal.
I know, that was so bad. But we had fun. Yes.
No, we had a good time, but it was like, oh, when they played that song, the fucking house came down.
You know what's funny? I don't remember going there at all. I guess that's how much I loved it.
Really? You don't remember it?
I don't. God, I really don't remember. I wonder how come. I just guess I just wasn't into it. Not my thing, maybe.
I know that I don't know if I had it on the show or if it was, I was just talking to him, but I wound up talking to one of the guitarists in that group, you know, because it's like 90 guitar players.
Right.
And I told him the story about like how we waited the whole show. And he goes, yeah. He goes, every night we do a show and it's the same thing. He's like, it's just 12,000 blank faces staring back at us until we do the one song. And then everybody's like so happy.
Wow.
I'm like, you see that from the stage? He's like, we feel it from the stage. He's like, we can feel it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But they're still selling like 12, 15,000 tickets in a night. That ain't easy to do, you know?
No.
Of course, a douchebag radio station will flip to all Christmas music probably before Thanksgiving. every year they do it earlier and earlier.
Well, let me just tell you something. Kohl's had Christmas music playing in the store last week.
That's what I'm talking about.
Really?
Yep.
That's ballsy.
I know.
That's ballsy. I feel like though. Remember 9/11? We did Christmas early.
Yeah.
Everybody
Oh,
was so
really?
depressed. It was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
everybody was so depressed. They were like, let's start putting Christmas stuff up early.
Yeah.
I feel like we're heading towards that again. I think everybody's kind of worried about the economy and inflation and everything. I think people are going to be doing everything they can to get Christmas going like immediately.
Yeah, and I think
Well,
it's
maybe.
just a happy time. I don't know why people are like, oh, you have to wait until Thanksgiving. Why? 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 Do you want to hear my logic?
Let's hear it.
Okay. I said this to Anthony, and he said you actually agreed with me. This is the Christmas time, I feel. Christmas time. Thanksgiving just so happens to be a day that lands during Christmas time. Just one day. Just like the 4th of July is a holiday that lands on one day during the summertime. We don't say, oh, 4th of July happened, so now it's the summertime. No, it starts before then.
It's sound logic. I do like this theory. I did like it the other day, and I like it again. I still like it.
I'm telling you. That's why. There's no fucking rule. Thanksgiving's one day. No one's fucking doing anything for Thanksgiving. There's nothing for Thanksgiving.
I'll be honest with you. I don't love Thanksgiving. I can either way with that. I don't love
No, you
it.
have to be thanks. You have to be thankful for what you have, and that's a day that we celebrate it for. That's what I tell my kids.
Oh, she's saying that for the pod.
I am not. I said it to my kids yesterday because Michael asked, why do we have Thanksgiving? I said we have it to be as a day that we remember and we appreciate and we are thankful for everything that we have. That there are kids in this world that do not have what we have. We have to be thankful.
Yes, well, in
And
that aspect, I thought you meant like the food and stuff because I'm not really a fan of.
Oh, I'm okay. I like pie.
See, I like the Thanksgiving food because I like the Thanksgiving food because it is that once a year food.
Yes.
Right. It's once a year, but here's the thing. I don't love it. So to me, it's like,
Come on.
But like I don't love Easter food. Like we make
I don't
lamb.
like Easter food
I could deal without lamb. Like Christmas Eve is mine. Christmas Eve is that's it. I could deal with every fish and everything. That I can deal with. You know, but you do it, you know. It's a tradition. We do it to pass on to our children.
It is nice to have a tradition, isn't it?
It is. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that was well said. I like the whole
like Frank's tradition of not showing up for the show. Especially on a Monday.
Oh, we love our Frankie.
We do. We do love Frank.
We ever saw him.
I think Thanksgiving is pre-Christmas. I think that's what it's been relegated to. I feel like it was a bigger deal a couple of years ago.
I think Thanksgiving is that holiday that you spend with your family, and that really makes you decide what you want to do for Christmas. If you want to see those fuckers again, or if you don't, if you want to fake my kid's sick, or it's like a do I want to spend another day with you?
It's the warm-up. You don't just go out and run a marathon. You go out and you do a little stretching. You do a little running around to see if you can handle it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. That's very true. Robin, Thanksgiving is awesome, and now I'm starving. I just feel like Robin skipped dinner.
Robin, did you not eat?
I think Robin may have skipped dinner. Did I? That's my thing. Diane, where is Frank? Where indeed? Where? Poor guy. Poor guy takes 2 shows off in a row, and all of a sudden he's getting beaten to death.
People miss him. People like that. That's a compliment. People miss him and like him.
You think so?
Yeah, why not?
No.
Why are you so mean?
I don't know. I didn't. I don't know. I didn't know people liked him.
Oh, that's not nice.
Not according to some of the comments I read.
Who's commenting now and saying not nice things about Frankie C?
I love Thanksgiving food. I think it's good for that time of year. Like we didn't cannibalize anything else. Like we specifically chose shit that's like we don't need all the time, you know?
Yeah, because we don't eat any of that anytime. We only eat turkey once a year.
Yeah.
What else? Stuffing. I don't really even
Stuffing
though
is great.
Emmeline's stuffing's good. Hers is good. I gotta give it. That's really really good. She makes it with the chestnuts. I like that one.
Yeah, come on. And the sweet potato pie and
Oh, you give me sweet potato with the pecans on top and that is on point. I will eat that every day, but I don't because I would be in a coma and I would be like 400 pounds.
it's delicious.
But yeah, but you know what? We don't eat we don't eat like people eat. What's it called? It's like green bean casserole.
Fuck that shit.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Let me tell you something. You know
What's
who
a
eats green bean casserole? Hamas.
Oh.
Okay. So
Yeah,
just
fuck them.
That's why they're so fucking angry.
What's a casserole?
I think it's like when you just put it all in the dish, and I think you need eggs to buy. I don't know. I don't know why I started answering that.
Is that kind of
answer.
like how when we make our big ziti, everything's in one thing?
Like a casserole dish. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. I have a thing about putting all my food in one thing and cooking it.
I'm annoyed though, but that we really got to end the show. I'm annoyed that we don't have the Cuddles and I. We've been talking about taking our kids to the Thanksgiving Day parade for the last 2-3 years.
Yes.
And I forget why we didn't do it. Well, no, I shouldn't even. It's been longer than that. Before pre-pandemic, we were talking about going.
Yes.
And we were like looking into it, and there's all sorts of different things that you can do because here's the problem: you got to like stand out there. And then you lose your spot. And so like you could buy these tickets that you have access to like inside and bathrooms and stuff. Cause like we're thinking about bringing little kids to this. We were always like, we need a bathroom. We need a place to warm up. And, so the last bunch of years we've been doing that. And then it was like the pandemic. Then Cuddles injured her leg. So we couldn't have her standing out there for like 5 hours. That wouldn't have worked.
Nope, not in a boot.
So we're talking about going again, and I'm like, this will be great because we can shoot over and see the tree the same day, but the tree doesn't go up until I think they need to up the tree so that it is in Rockefeller by the time Thanksgiving comes around.
I don't know if you can keep a tree up that long. Like actually, no, that's not true because we get our tree before Thanksgiving and it's up and it lasts till little Christmas. They just need to get their real tree at Home Depot and then they're good.
We also don't. Yeah, I know, right? That's their problem. Stop going upstate. Just go to Home Depot. Yeah. We also don't put 50,000 lights on our tree. It feels like we do, but I think we're close, but not really. Cuddles, this is coming in. Green bean casserole is delicious. They have French onions on top. Diane says green bean casserole is cream of mushroom soup, green beans, crispy fried onions on top. It tastes like soap. Yuck. See, I'll tell you what the problem is. Out of all these ingredients, it's the green beans.
No, I don't mind green beans if they're made correctly.
I'm just saying, if you gave me cream of mushroom soup with crispy fried onions on top, that sounds delightful. You start introducing green beans into the mix, and it's fucking gross.
Are the onions like battered, and are they like cooked like onion rings?
Yeah,
like
I think so.
Or we could put Funyuns. I think our kids would like Funyuns.
It's like the thin onions, like you ever like when they put like onions on top, like fried onions on top of a burger.
Oh, okay, like yes. Oh, ooh, yeah. I could get behind that.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
That sounds good.
What do you think, Janine? Oh, she left 20 minutes ago. Okay.
Oh, she didn't even say goodbye.
She doesn't say goodbye.
Fucking rude bitch.
I think that's it. That's all we got.
Okay.
You got anything else?
No, I gotta go back to my PTA shit.
Well, good luck with that. Let us know in the comments what Starbucks drink or bakery item you're looking forward to this holiday season. Better yet, what you would like to see on the Starbucks holiday menu. That's what I'd really like to know in the comments below. That's appreciated. That's it. by the way, it is a long sleeve shirt kind of a night. I love all our long sleeve tees that we have in the merch store. Link in the description below of this episode. You can also go to anthonyonair.com and click on the merch link. We've got some fun shirts, long sleeve, hoodies, cups up there, all sorts of fun stuff. We're coming into the holiday season. We're going to need some gifts. And we're going to have a bunch of new stuff on the way. So get some of the old stuff before you can't get it anymore. If you haven't purchased our merch yet, we got some great stuff up there, including our Legalized Comedy shirt. I'm Here for Cuddles shirt, which I'm wearing right now, which works for our cuddles and just cuddling in general. It's all up at anthonyonair.com. Grab your merch now. Go and click on the shop link, and you're good to go. Cuddles, wonderful as always.
Thank you.
Thank you much. Thanks to all the comments, everybody out there in the live chat. Appreciate you. Replay crew, we love you as well.
Love you.
We'll catch you for a Friday episode next.
Bye.
Show me potato salad. Maybe we should go now.